Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Underman's Life. My name is Ali. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you're keeping well. The Street Fusion theme from FunWhole is my favorite theme out of all their lineup. They've knocked out some top tier sets like the skate shop and the record store, but they complemented that theme with some really smaller side builds like the Chili Dog trailer, the graffiti bus stop, and their most recent one that I bought, the Underground Battle Dance set. So let's take a look at it. Let's break dance our way over there. Maybe I'll just walk, eh? So the first thing that stood out to me was the size of this thing. Maybe I was spoiled with the graffiti bus stop sets, whereas that is quite a bit bigger in terms of presence. This is quite cute and small in comparison. Yes, it's 100 pieces less, but I didn't really equate that to that size comparison and difference. Nonetheless, this is what I see this as like a smaller side build that complements the Street Fusion buildings like the record store, the skate shop, and the new one, the club, that's finally been announced and released, so looking forward to getting that one. But similarly to the bus stop, this is built in modules, and in this case we've got 4 modules as you build up the set. The first of which is probably my favorite, is this central wall here. And I think one of the things that I did like about this, even though the graffiti work is probably not as large or vibrant as the graffiti work on the graffiti bus stop, one thing that's going for this set is that we've actually got prints going across a wall, a door frame, and a door, and then back onto the side to the brick. So, I mean, the printing they've done is all across here, and I've never really seen that before, and I think that's really cool. I did see pictures of the club, and I saw the same thing there across windows as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that was really cool to see, and it's perfectly done. It looks really nice. This wall looks like it's the wall of an abandoned building. I mean, you've got a little doorway here, and I assume this barrier to prevent entry from going in. I love this little design of this kind of pipe and this kind of wheel here. This texture that they've got on top using these Technic bricks, pretty cool. And there's a very unique way of uncoiling this coil whip piece to represent steel pipes, for example. That was really cool. The color of the bricks, yeah, again, it kind of mirrors, I believe, the new club set. It's okay. I mean, it's fine. But one thing I did love is this drum piece here, and that's so typical that you see in movies, that there's always this metal drum being with fire, and it's really nice that the light in there has this kind of emitting ember and flickering a little bit to show that it's a live fire. These lights are pretty cool. You can actually change the color of the studs to be transparent, either blue or red. Nice and flashing, nice and different. It's not just a light, it adds some special effects to it. Spray can here. You're allowed to put in some nice studs. I appreciate the fact there's a jumper plate here, some studs here to be able to place some minifigures, and that's really cool. That's really cool. I mean, this by itself, I think, is really cool, and especially for mock builders, I think that gives a lot of flexibility here. The second module that you're building is then the actual stage for the dance battle, and it's quite a simple little build, and you got these kind of splat gears underneath that connect up to give a rudimentary twisting of minifigures, placing on here to reenact a dance battle. And you got this kind of hinge pieces in here, and that kind of just plugs into the area here, connected up, and then you've got that module connecting up to start building up this set. The next one was really weird. Is this little I don't know, little side build with a wheel, a stereo, another spray can. Wasn't quite sure of that, why this wasn't integrated already and it needed a separate module, but I'm not complaining because for me this gives greater flexibility for mock building and how to integrate this into the city, and it's nice to have that flexibility in there. And the last one, which is I really like this little build and the little nod to the Spin Records store. And this is where the DJ will be here pumping out the tunes to serenade the dancers in their dance battle. This was interesting. This little sticker print, it's a FunWhole Sugar. I don't know if that's an album or an Easter egg for a eatery that we might see come through in the next building, maybe in the Street Fusion theme. That would be pretty cool. But I may be putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 10. Who knows? I like this lamppost. It was nice. Far better than the one that we got in the Chili Dog trailer. A set, a lot more solid. It is a bit finicky to put all the wire and thread the cable all the way through. Nice bright light. It's really cool. And here then you have some flexibility. You have a Technic pin here, you can connect it over onto this side, or you have the ability to connect it over on to the other side, although I don't really like it on that side. It does get a bit clunky trying to use the splat gears on this side, and I just don't think it looks nice. I mean, ultimately you can also not have it connected whatsoever and keep it separated out. And to that end, what FunWhole have done is, from a power perspective, if I turn this around, it'd probably be easier. So one FunWhole, they've given 2 of these, one to connect up to here and one to connect up to here, which on the grand scheme of things, I mean, you had a spare slot in here. They didn't have to, but they did. So that gives the flexibility of this not being strictly tethered to the main build and to this power source, that you can have this independent completely. However, I do feel there was a missed opportunity by FunWhole. There could have been an option that, you know, people don't want to have it separated out as and like to have it tethered, and to that end, you know, all they had to do was probably, if they just provided this expansion port, it would have been nice, because they give the spare cable, right? They give the spare cable, but they didn't give an expansion port. So if they gave that, it gives us an option to utilize the single power source, use the free slot in the expansion port, without needing to use another battery, a couple of batteries for the power source in here. So I might feed that back to them officially on this set to keep in mind when they do these kind of small builds, because I think that would be quite useful to have, because this is not a spare part that most people have in their collection. I mean, I had it because I bought specific lighting kits. So is this set worth buying? Is it fun? What can we do with it? I think it works as a display piece. I mean, if you've got the graffiti bus stop and you want to have this on, it'll probably look pretty nice as a nice display. If you're not a city builder, I'm sure you're building something on a shelf. I think it's a nice little complimentary thing to have. However, if you are a city builder, it will need some significant rework to place it into the city. It's not quite plug and play at all, but the set does give flexibility to be able to integrate it into a city and leave that up to the imagination of the builder. And I welcome that so much. You got modules in there to keep it flexible however you want to do it. You got power sources they've given. If they gave that little extra expansion port, it would have been perfect. The mechanism itself, or the role-playing of the dance, okay, it's very rudimentary, but it can work. You can put your Lego minifigures in there and it will do it. So I really hope FunWhole continue to make little small sets like this. They're fairly cheap, they're fairly inexpensive, you get a good value for your money, but most importantly for mock builders and city builders, it gives great flexibility to integrate this into whatever complicated or simple layout that you may have in your city. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.